hello everyone. Today we will be having a debate on should designer babies be legalized in India or not. So we have got one regional manager of World Health Organization, Mr. Kavya sir. Then we have Dr. Anay sir and their legal advisor, Mr. Sayam Maheshwari. And then we have also got the our businessmen who operate on hospitals, Mr. Subramanya sir. So we will start our debate by having perception of Mr. Kavya sir.
Okay, thank you. So I believe few things separate this world from savage, and variations are one of them. And we human beings are known to have variations. And so talking about designer baby. So basically, a designer baby is a genetically engineered baby whose genetic makeup has been altered, often to exclude a particular gene or to remove genes associated with this disease. And this is a very widespread topic which has also gained a lot of criticism. And I personally also believe this should not be legal in India.
Okay, so we
Am
will
I
start by taking the perception of Mr. Anessa. Please, sir.
right?
Yeah, so being a doctor in a country is a great thing, and certainly, according to me, as Kavin you said that genetically engineered baby are a new concept to the world, and they are being used to have a genetically modified babies to have that quality traits into a person, into a human being, into a new generation, where parents choose their traits according to them. And from a doctor's perspective, I want to say upon this, the major focus from genetically babies was to have insurity of having a disease resistant body, a body which is high in immunity and which resists disease and work onto that. But now the concept has even gotten bigger, where people are misusing this in certain areas, like where the main caution here ends up where in the places that people are using genetically baby to have mutations which could be very disastrous for the future times, and it could be a disaster, as I said and mentioned, that it could be a new form of human being and a new standard of human being judging to that. So it shouldn't be legal in India or in any country in the world, I think that. And now I would hand over Sayam Maheshwari to tell you about the legal concept in regarding this.
So, no specific law in India forbids the hereditary modification of microbial strains. So, the ICMR, who is the Indian Board of Clinical Exploration, strictly prohibited the designer baby because due to this concept, the human being lost its identity. There is no differentiation in people, and if it gives relaxation to Indian scientists, Indian scientists, what can they do? So, and Indian scientists currently lack the necessary expertise and understanding of germline editing. So it should be outright forbidden, and it is also strictly forbidden to conduct research involving the implantation of human immature organism into a uterus of human or prematures after in vitro control at any stage of development. So India strictly restrict this process, and it is illegal to do designer baby in India.
No, now I want to know about the business aspects from the Subramanya sir.
Yes, from a business perspective, the production of designer babies can be seen as a potentially lucrative industry, with many companies investing heavily in research and development in this area. If the production of designer babies were to become illegal, it could create a booming market for genetic engineering services and ranging from parental screening to selecting specific traits and characteristics. And however, there are several ethics and legal concerns surrounding the production of designer babies. And in many countries, it is currently illegal to engage in this practice. Some of the concerns include the potential for discrimination based on genetics, the creation of a genetic underclass, and the impact on natural genetic diversity. And yeah, any company
And
engaging in the illegal production of designer babies would be subject to legal and regulatory sanctions as well as public security and reputational damage. Yeah, thank you.
Respected Subramaniam sir, I totally agree with you that this new thing which has arrived can boost business, but it also comes with a lot of dangers along with it. As Dr. Ane already mentioned, it can be disastrous in a huge extent, which you cannot even imagine. And according to our WHO report, in China, only one baby, not actually a baby, it's a twin which has gone through this process, and it has not turned out to be great. It's still exercising, but there are many difficulties which the human beings have to face if this becomes a prevalent practice. Because if you see variations, only because we had variations, the COVID-19 pandemic we could survive. If we all were uh, genetically engineered and had similar immune system, then the entire species could have been extinct, just like dinosaurs. So I believe it's very important to do more research on this topic and then move forward.
Okay, so now I will like to add some ethical issues related to the designer babies. So the first issue is that the new designer babies may create the chain of the genes which will be passed forward to their future generations, and it will restrict the many features to them which will be eliminated by the scientific theories. Then there will be also behavior and characteristics problem, that the individual this characteristics are individualistic in nature, and some people may like it and some people may not like it. So if the parents are going for deciding whether their baby should have characteristics or not, then their baby's consent should be also there, like their son's consent should be there with them, which may create the cruelty towards their life. So here we will like to end our debate. Thank you to all for listening and coming to us.